Maybe I return to MSQ. I'm gonna mark this here. That I'm returning to MSQ. I'm gonna have a really fun time editing this crap. Ark, we can stay in party together, actually, just because I don't think we have any solo duty, unless they have a solo duty. Okay, we're back in MSQ. Unless if Ark already did this cutscene, which I wouldn't be surprised if Ark is ahead of me because I'm so slow here. Varshan wishes to discuss the distribution of the treasure. Shall we begin? If we are to spend the treasure wisely, then we must first determine which groups would benefit most from monetary assistance. Some of my citizens may find it intimidating to speak with a Satrap directly, so I ask that you act in my stead. Salix, you are to visit Akyali and Yedlimad. Speak with Matsya and his people and listen to their grievances. Estinian, I bid you to do the same at Palaka Stand. I will be conducting my own inquiries at the Giant Skull grounds. Once you have ascertained the needs of the populace, we can reconvene at Megaduta. Da 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 da. I'm just glad I have the alliance raid unlocked. That's what I really cared about. Oh, Ark is literally right ahead of me. Oh no. Oh no. It's Ark's secret strategy. He's making me read the cutscenes for him. Oh, Salix, I was so glad to see you have returned unharmed. You finished with the boat then. Wait, I can't dote Ark. Wait, I can't dote you. Anything the village specifically needs? Well, I suppose Khazal's loss hit us the hardest. I've been trying to find buyers for my fish, but although I sell a few here and there is much more difficult than it was before. Everyone's still struggling to rebuild their lives. For now, we're just banding together as best we can. Aw, Matsya. Come hither, bunny boy. Greetings and welcome, traveler. If this is your first visit to Thavnair, then you must try my special Amra Lassi. It is a refreshing zest that cannot be beat. What could such a wonder cost, you wonder? Normally I part with 3 bottles for a generous price between 19,000 and 800 gil. But for you, I'm willing to go as low as even 10,000. You are griefing us. I am not Estinian. I'm the one who handles the gil around here. Even Tataru quicks at me. Estinian, who is Gah? You're the one who was trying to with that spear-toting fellow. Well, you can hardly blame a man for trying. The world may no longer be on fire, but we are still sifting through the ashes, so to speak. Sister, spare me. We might as well have that ugly tower back for the scant few travelers we see these days. I myself barely have the coin to buy at local prices. I tell you, if I didn't charge the odd adventurer a small fortune for afternoon tea, I'd be scavenging for scraps on the street. Oh my god, these people are broke. I should put the pot on my hotbar. What should I get rid of? I will get rid of... I have a lot of rare mounts. Well, technically, I don't need the bike anymore. I don't need the bike anymore for like 2 years, right? So I might as well get rid of the bike. Thank you, Ark, for giving me all the teleports. Hello. How fares the port? Well, it's in shambles, isn't it? The trade routes are open once more in that dangerous pass, certainly, but no small number of merchants have had to sell their ships to make ends meet in the short term. Add to the sailors we lost in the final days, and it's little wonder that the flow of exports is no more than a pitiful trickle. If Khazal and his consortium were still with us, I'm sure he would have found a way to turn our fortunes around. Now that was a man who got things done. God rest his soul. We gotta go report to Varshan. Where is he? Hello? Oh, he's way over there. Luckily, there's a mini-map. I was gonna try to look to see where he was, but I forgot I can just use the mini-map now. Hello. Hello, Estinian. Would seem my stint on beach was back to not go unnoticed. I couldn't take 2 steps before another Thabnarian was taking me profusely for saving their home. Ah, my advisor's return, just as I made it back myself. Why do you retain this vessel now that your true form is known? You could have flown across the island in a fraction of the time. Be that as it may. Sorry, I was checking a work message. Be that as it may, the sight of a massive creature descending from the sky can be startling to say the least. There are a few places I can enter comfortably without flattening some sort of cart or stall. Fair enough. As for my inquiries, the people of Palakistan were unanimous in their reply. They are surviving. Resources are stretched to the limit when refugees are pouring in, but they persevered with some assistance from Yedlimad. From what I understand, they have always been an independent community, hunters and foragers and the like, and I was assured that the jungle provides to their needs for the most part. Palakistan has weathered the disaster better than most, it seems. They're strong people over there. I myself heard good news and bad. The quarrymen were cautiously optimistic, having just sold a full wagon of giant skull for a foreign trader. But such visitors are few and far between. Compared to our best years, the weight of stone leaving Thabner is light indeed. Our nation is small and isolated, its prosperity dependent on a steady stream of exports. We must identify any obstacles to flow of trade that we may begin working to remove them. Tell me, what did you learn in Akyali and Yedlimad? I see. Without a dedicated buyer, the average fisherman must struggle to offload his daily catch. This is why I believe we must first address the lack of ships and shortage of able-bodied soldiers in Yedlimad. I am reminded of a child I spied as I make my way back to the palace, his father lost at sea when the beast sunk their vessel. So many variations of the same tragic tale repeated over and over. So many lives lost. Aw. Remembering the kid from the beginning, huh? Enough grief to drown in it if we let ourselves be overcome, but we will not. Salix, Estinian, I will consider the perspectives you brought me and devise a plan to help my people confront this adversity. Come, I would like you to be in attendance when I announce a proposal to my assembled function house. Oh, cutscene. Is this voiced? Please be voiced.
I thank you.
Yay! And I'm loving this Estinian screen time, by the way.
The riches the Radiant Host have retrieved were hoarded in Al-Zadal's name. A fortune I set aside for a future day of need. And lo, that day hath come. Made aid our wounded city in reclaiming its vibrancy and vigor. In better times, I would leave such a task to our capable Ahawan.
Oh, Ahawan, God's rest his soul.
Finding myself bereft of his counsel in the here and now, I will assume the responsibilities of mine office directly. Firstly, the treasure shall be sold for more convenient currency. Thence, invested into the trading port of Yedlamad. Our merchants must have their operations restored, their ships rebuilt.
He's smart. He knows people really well for a dragon. It's really funny, actually.
None were spared the tragedy of the final days. Of this, I am well aware. But an absence was created by the loss of Karazal's consortium.
Oh.
And by filling it, we provide new means for our fishermen, our artisans, and others to bring their wares to distant markets.
That's the only way we're gonna make money is by trade with distant markets, yeah. Oh, they're wearing the Radiance gear. Wow.
And what of the children who were left without family to care for them?
Oh, the poor orphan Sistinian's like very... Love that he pointed that out.
That is a concern which weigheth heavily upon my mind. A simple gift of coin will soon be exhausted, leaving these young souls adrift on the fringes of our society.
That is very true.
A proper solution is needed, one which doth guarantee their welfare.
Are we gonna open up an orphanage in the middle of town?
Thou hast surely seen how other nations rise to meet.
Well, the way
this
Ishgard did it, they just had an orphanage. Taxes. Yeah, the Firmament's orphanage was... I wonder if all of these dialogue options are here. I keep screenshotting all dialogue options I feel like could have changed, depending on what content you've done in the game already. Anyway, I'm gonna say the Firmament because it's true. Ishgard did that as part of a communal restoration effort. I did all those story quests for a reason.
Of course, the revival of trade can contribute to the building of a new institution.
Yeah.
Let us put
Oh,
this
you didn't have the
idea
Firmament
into
option arc.
practice.
See, I worked on, I did all of the story quests for the Firmament. Everything.
Requiring all who receive of Zadal's treasure to commit a portion of their future earnings towards the running of an orphanage.
I wonder if Git's gonna get that option too, because he loves the Firmament too. Git and Zumi.
Now, such an influential policy is deserving of a worthy name.
I guess Khazal. If we're gonna go with that, I was gonna say the I was gonna say name it after your sister, but Khazal works too.
A
Then
fitting candidate. Khazal should be remembered not as the blasphemy which terrorized Thavne, but as a hard-working and generous man who brought much wealth to our shores. Do any among you object to this proposition? Many here lost loved ones to the beasts.
you're right, Ark. You're right.
In that time of strife, any one of us could have broken. Any one of us may have been taken by despair.
Any one of us could have freaking died.
When I think of Kalzal, I feel
I still
no
think about
hatred,
that to this day.
only a stinging regret.
The
that we could
everything
not
that
save
happened
his
here
life.
in Radzat in the middle of MSQ was probably still haunts me to this day.
Isn't that right, men?
This bodes well for that boy. Murad, was it? Perhaps he can cut ties with that shady peddler.
Yeah, he can cut ties with that peddler, that's for sure.
Then let it be done. Henceforth, This initiative shall be known as the Kalzal Foundation. Nabdeen, thou art to assemble a patrol and ensure that no child in this city liveth in squalor.
Yeah, I didn't notice their shoes have actual like toes on them. Ugh.
Clerks, see to the management.
They look very scary.
And make haste.
I love these dancer
Our
outfits.
citizens must not suffer a day more than is necessary.
Love that Meteor is secretly in this cutscene.
Dragon and man, side by side in pursuit of a brighter morrow.
This reminds me of Ishgard too, like literally all the restoration stuff. History repeats itself here. Well, now what? Are we done with the patch? Or is there more? There has to be more, right? No, there has to be more because as we know, every patch begins and starts in the Rising Stones. Right? Oh, these load times, jeez. Rita is warming to his role as Satrap. Clearly, all those years behind the curtain were not spent napping. The veteran Radiant wishes to share his gratitude. Yeah, there is more. Thank you in putting forth Kalzal's name. Those whose lives he enriched will take comfort in seeing his legacy honored. You will forgive me for not speaking sooner, but I bear a message from Archon Istola. She asked that you meet her at the High Crucible at your earliest convenience. Istola must have finished her study on the Void Gate. Shall we hear what she has to say then? I shall go with you. Oh! I thought the Satrap would be too busy setting up the foundation. My clerks have been the well-oiled cogs of this administration since before Ahevan assumed the office. They understand what needs to be done. And I'm curious to learn what conclusions your Archon has reached concerning the gate's unique construction. As you wish. Allow me to lead the way, Your Excellency. Quest taken. I need to also remember that this is a full patch, Unique. This is a full patch and not 5.5, so I'm gonna be here a while. Wait, where do I go? Oh, over there. I was like, what? I wonder where Allie is now. Oh my gosh, I think she's literally just about to unlock the dungeon. Shall we hear what your scholarly comrade has to say? For one who claims it is too late to save his sister, Vitra seems awfully interested in whatever revelations Istola has to share.
Right, here we all are.
Oh, thank God this is voiced. I can let myself rest.
You discovered something new.
I took a closer look at that device. I was able to determine how it keeps the Void Gate sealed, but not how it might instead be employed to expand the opening.
Oh. One moment.
For that, I would need to reference the technique developed by Vitra's alchemists. no records of which appear to have survived the intervening years.
We know this, so why have you sent for us? Have you learned aught of value or not?
Have you learned anything?
Patience, good sir.
Good
One
sir.
must introduce the subject before launching into specifics. From what we understand, travel between worlds is accomplished by passing through the nebulous rift which exists between them.
What is that rift?
Picture, if you will, the moment you were called to the first.
Yeah, we were in a rift for a little while.
You touched a focus of some kind to help the Exarch pinpoint your location. His summoning spell then channeled the energies of the Crystal Tower to begin your journey to his world.
Yeah?
The magics tore a hole in the wall separating source and shard, and cast you into the intervening nothingness.
Yeah, so
in that place,
this is the
the
nothingness.
laws of nature hold no sway.
It's a dangerous place.
Yet even through this realm of temporal and spatial instability, you were borne safely to your destination in the first. The feat that guided you across such an unimaginable distance, both physical and metaphorical, was nothing short of a miracle.
Nothing short.
Then what of the many void scent found in the source? Who guides them here?
I sure wonder
How?
who it is. I wonder. I have a feeling it's
An
Golbez.
excellent question. Though there are several methods by which the Void's denizens might intrude upon our world, the rituals of summoning are the most typical.
Mm-hmm.
For example, let us consider the Gargoyle, a creature of middling power.
Yeah? Is she gonna do a slideshow? Oh god, this is the music. Yeah, this is Tamtara.
To call upon such an entity, the prospective summoner must force open a void gate.
Ugh. Yeah.
The portal lasts but a moment and is relatively small, allowing only an imp or other lesser being to squeeze through with their physical body intact.
Hate this organ music.
Our more powerful gargoyle, however, is too large for that. Creating a gate big enough for him would require vast amounts of energy, far beyond the reserves of any one mortal practitioner.
I don't know if Tifa's still lurking in here, but I saw her
Instead, 'tis
ping.
far more common to bring over only the entity's soul. We had a taste of that ourselves when a certain exarch dragged us to the first.
Welcome back, Tifa. There's lore dump happening. Don't look. Look away. Look away.
And just as our bodies remained in our world, the Void Sense physical form is left behind in the 13th.
Just like Shadowbringers, okay. We're getting a lot of lore, and I'm starting to, my lack of sleep is starting to catch up to me.
Once at its destination, the summoned soul is granted a temporary shell to inhabit. In the gargoyle's case, a stone effigy has proven a suitable vessel.
Wait, what shells did y'all have in How did they work? Is it because the crystal tower is just that strong? It could be said that y'all are...
You said that Voidsent must be called here deliberately by someone in the source, reeled in like a fisherman with his catch.
Exactly. For a being to navigate the chaos of the rift, with or without form, there must needs be a guiding agent on the other side.
When the hordes poured forth from Alag's Great Gate, it was the technologists who drew them through. Though to my knowledge,
That you almost fell
rain
asleep.
fissures are in essence
Aw,
natural
poor
passages between
Tifa.
our world and the void, which require no such guidance to traverse.
Did waking up early help you?
Why is only the boundary between the source and the 13th so fragile? So much so that it often tears open of its own accord.
Well, shouldn't Unukalai be able to answer that?
Mystery is key to understanding travel between the source and its
If only
reflections.
we knew someone who was, you know, from
How
there.
do you intend to get
If
your answers?
only I could go talk to them.
No, the danger is too great.
Perhaps. But what some call danger.
Oh, she wants
others
to go
think
over
of
there.
as
Oh
adventure.
my gosh. I've been warning her this entire patch. This is not gonna... I have my
Were you
nerves.
not listening to my tale? Never mind that the means to expand the gate has been lost to the ages. Even could you force the portal wide enough, you would be greeted by an army of murderous horrors the very instant you step through.
I assure you I was most attentive. And I agree that to go alone would be certain death.
You want me to go with you?
But if I were to bring along one who has already braved the 13th and humbled the cloud of darkness, well, I imagine my chances would be much improved.
So much for taking it easy. Oh no, I'm too scared to go in.
Since when were you one for the quiet life?
Apparently never.
Once again, I put my life in your ever-reliable hands.
Girl, you have risked your life like 5 times now.
That said, as much as I would like to march straight back to the Void Gate, there is the small matter of being unable to open
small
it
matter.
without the Satrap's personal authority.
As I've said before, I will grant you and yours any boon you choose to name, provided it does not endanger my people.
Wait, how are we supposed to get back
You
out?
have my word that we will take every precaution. Not a single void scent will be allowed to threaten Radzat Han, assuming we manage to expand.
Cat without
in the first
fear,
place.
truly. Then now
You have
that
a
is a
plan.
cat girl.
Actually, I had hoped you might help us with that. I presume the alchemists you retained supplied you with some explanation of their methodology.
That they did. House Daimir was overseeing the project.
Daimir. Ah, yes. The family associated with the great work.
A family associated with the
Did
great
not fully
work, huh?
comprehend the theory, but their research began with a void scent which had slipped through the fissure. After a thorough examination,
Wake up,
they
Unique,
created
wake
an
up!
arcane simulator possessed of similar qualities.
I need to take a stretch break after this cutscene or do something.
If you will. It was apparently indispensable in their efforts to enlarge
A
the gate.
man-made void scent. Ugh.
A man-made void scent.
Yes. Being great admirers of the Archons, House Daimir submitted detailed notes to Charlene's official committee. They expected praise and accolades for
How's
their simulacra.
Daimir?
and were thus devastated to be informed that their work had been classified as prohibited material.
Well, of course, Charlian hates that stuff.
If that's true, then those notes might still be stored in a forbidden archive somewhere. Not Google, of course, since that library had
Not
yet to be
Google.
built. Which leaves us with...
Nomenon. Graha's favorite place to sneak around. What if I told her with what and just made myself seem like a dummy?
Indeed. Numenon's restricted stacks may very well hold a copy. In which case, I say we head directly to Charlian.
Directly to Charlian.
Unless you anticipate needing help to reach the high
The
shelf,
high shelves.
myself being of little use. Go on ahead.
Oh,
Still need to find
Estinian,
Mirage
I'll miss you
about the cause of
forever.
formation.
I don't know when the next time I'll see you is, but I'll miss you.
Let us be on our way as well.
As well. I've been picking all the jerkbot options. You're short. It's fine. You and he stole it together. We'll be telling not to grab books.
Do I sit idly by?
Is he gonna come with us? I worry. This plan is not gonna work. Ooh, G-Pulse with Estola. We're gonna G-Pulse with Estola here in a second. Come hither, cat girl. I wonder if these people. I wonder if any people recognize me doting Ark by now. Tifa, focus on your homework. Oh, we're gonna find a Skull Arc. Oh, I guess we do have to find someone who will let us into the Forbidden Archives, huh? Estola is now accompanying you. Hooray! Yeah, we're gonna G-Pulse with her right in front of the library. Oh, they finally marked where on the map you can take your NPCs with you. Oh, smart. Wait, I need to catch up to Bunny Boy. Come hither. Once you reach senior year, Tifa, you'll be home free, maybe. Da 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 da. Noplex. Oh no, not Noplex. Yeah, you're board certified. You gotta get board certified. That almighty board certification. If I was pressed to name our allies in the forum, Scarlet Montagne would certainly be at the top of the list. I want to G-pose with him. Wait, Ark, come hither. I'll G-pose with you and Estola. I'll G-pose with you and Estola. Come on, C-pose, you elf boy. There we go. Ugh. Wait, I need to C-pose. Ugh. I did it! Hooray! There we go. Discuss the studium. I am apprenticed to Master Matoya at the age of 7 and labored under her tutelage for a full decade. I never had a chance to attend the studium. Neither did Thancred, as I recall. Soon after Master Louis Swat took him in off the streets, he was put in the care of another Archon. He was a rigorous at practical education in arts of espionage and survival. Tea! Oh, that does sound lovely. Afternoons with friends spent sipping tea and debating theories. Still, I wouldn't give up my time with Master Matoya for the world. The dank cave I studied in was about as far from the bright, airy halls of the academia as one could get, but it was a wondrous, magical childhood nonetheless. Aww. Is Stola with her little, Nixie? What is it? What's the minion called? Is it called Drippy? I think it's called either Drippy or Nixie. Nixie Puff. Oh, higher, ever. Nixie Puff. Wait, one. Hello, sir. Ah, visitors, and quite esteemed ones at that. What I may do for you? Pray forgive us for the intrusion, Scholark, but we were hoping you might help us secure permission to enter Nomenon's restricted archives. Oh ho, no future forays into the stacks this time, huh? I applaud this newfound sense of propriety, yet, in all this wide world of comparative serenity, what so compels you to disturb a vault of forbidden wisdom? Do. Fascinating. I had no idea such a technique existed. I would have been surprised if you had. If my assumption was correct, the research left behind by House Daimler is laying dormant in Charlayan's archives for many centuries. And if you unearth this research, what then? Surely you don't intend to cross over to the void. That is, in fact, precisely what we intend. To what end, pray tell? To develop a method of traversing the rift, for one. That I might keep my world to a distant friend. Sentiment aside, I have a journey to the end of existence. I have heard, felt, and thought endlessly about the truth of our world and the echo of its future. And yet I want to understand everything, to unravel it all down to its very last secret. What scholar worthy of the name wouldn't force open a void gate or two if a grand revelation was the promised reward? Ahaha, marvelous. The audacious proposal worthy of Master Matoya herself. And after hearing the whys and the wherefores, I for one do not believe you would use the knowledge for ill. I see no reason not to present your request to the forum's consideration. I'm in good thoughts with the forum. I literally helped out so much of their staff. Oh, actually, no, that's just the studium. Although your petition would be better received if you also had the support of a well-placed acquaintance. You mean Fortuno? He can hardly ignore an earnest request from his dear children's most treasured comrades. I was hesitant to approach him directly, but there's no denying that having Master Fortuno on our side would tip the balance in our favor. Very well, we will pay a visit to the Levier estate and plead our case. I love that we're actually doing the library approach right this time and not sneaking around. One last thing before you go, I would consider a personal favor if you might share with me the discoveries you make in the void. My appetite for knowledge is every bit as insatiable as yours, I'd wager. So if you could see your way of indulging an old man's curiosity. Of course, Scholark, we will be sure to pass on any revelations. I get to meet the elf dad again. I may or may not be biased to elf guys, but you know. I wonder how many people are talking about the fact that they're going to be able to do custom deliveries for his wife in a month from now. I'm gonna once again assert my plan for when I do custom deliveries is I'm gonna do a nice little G pose. It's gonna be very wholesome. She's gonna get the Frontier male outfit and I'm gonna get the Frontier dress. It's gonna be great. Hello. We haven't seen the twins this patch, actually. Ah, Master Salix, Mr. Zistola, how may I be of your service? We've come to speak with Master Fortuno. Is he home by any chance? Yes, the Master is in residence. I shall inform him that he has guests. Very VIP guests. Wait, did I say very twice? We're VIPs. Hello. Well, Emiliance would invite you inside for tea, but I assume this is not a social visit. You have some matter of import to discuss. Why, yes. Then you pray proceed. You have my full attention. We need to sneak around the Forbidden Archives, you know, read up on the Void. We're doing it right this time. We're not going to get ourselves in trouble, maybe. Well, I think we'll actually get in trouble once we're actually inside the Void. Well, I suppose I should praise you for following the proper protocols this time around. Scholar Montaigne has expressed much the same sentiment. I assure you will not attempt to circumvent the forum's authority again. Unless it's absolutely necessary, of course. You know, maybe in a few patches from now. Of course. You do understand that the restricted archives are restricted for a good reason, yes? If no pressing need exists, then why risk the consequences of employing this forbidden knowledge? For a brother who misses his sister, she was his guardian and his friend, a selfless hero who crossed the rift between worlds and to save her homeland from horror and suffering. But the brother has given up on thoughts of reunion. He spends his efforts elsewhere, watching over a people yet healing from the flames of the final days, loyal to his duty while betraying the longing in his heart. It is no vital mission perhaps, reuniting the siblings, but it feels a worthy cause to pursue all the same. As one who feared losing his own loved ones and spend years in research to prevent it, you appreciate how painful such a separation must be. Surely, right? Reflections are still very much a mystery to us. Offering to share your experiences in the first should constitute a fair exchange for our cooperation. Easy. Do not celebrate just yet. The forum must be convinced. I will add your request to the list of today's deliberations and deliver the decision to you at the Baldessian Annex. No hesitation. Yeah, we haven't seen the twins this entire time. It feels really weird. They're still in G-Land. Oh wait, we need to find Istola. Oh wait, oh, they patched it. Istola takes the teleporter with you. Supremacy, amazing game. Love this bunny boy in a skirt. Perfection. This game is absolute perfection. Well, not absolute perfection. So, what did the forum decide? To put it bluntly, Master Matoya has burned some bridges here in Charlatan and salted the good earth for good measure. When it became clear that her student was a petitioner in question, well, no few members voiced their discontent. Then the chamber was reminded in no uncertain terms, I might add, the incredible debt we owe to you and your companions. A lesson that served to silence. I wonder who reminded the forum. I sure wonder who. That served to silence the grumble and stiffen a few spines, and it was agreed that allowing you entry to the archives was to the benefit of the forum, and the least we could do in return. That is wonderful news. Thank you both for speaking in our behalf. Yes, well, as I'm sure you're aware, this permission was not extended lightly. Forbidden knowledge is to be treated with the utmost caution, and there will be repercussions if it is not. I wish you well in your endeavor and bid you a good day. Ever the same, that one. Uncompromising, aye, but that very stoicism is exactly what Charlie needed to guide it through not one, but two exoduses. It's true. Oh, you haven't been teleporting, Ark? Yeah, I forgot. I just literally unconsciously used the teleporter. I just unconsciously used it, and I didn't even remember that it probably wouldn't have worked. But I used it anyway, and Istola was still with me, and I realized that they patched it over. Hello. Hello, Montagane. If I were but 5 years younger, I'd cast aside my lectern and join you on your adventures in a heartbeat. 5 years younger? That went rather well, I think. As a child, I dreamed up any number of schemes for getting my hands on those forbidden tomes, and now I can simply walk in through the door. Our focus will be on finding House Daimir's research notes, of course. But the thought of so much knowledge at my disposal has me feeling a little giddy. I'd like to set out as soon as you are ready. Montagane is waiting to offer you further instructions. You'll be heading directly from the archives to here, I presume. You presume correctly. Then you'll want to speak with the index page when you arrive. It's been instructed to grant you access to the restricted section. Excellent. Once again, we thank you for all your help. Oh, it was my pleasure. May you and then find the knowledge that you indeed seek. Shall we? Stola is now accompanying you. I'll G-pose with Istola here in a second. Take me to the studium. I gotta G-pose every single chance I can get. I made it very clear. Bam. Git's been AFK this entire time. Oh no. Wait, we're doting Git! Everyone's doting Git! Everyone doting Git! Oh my god! That's so funny! Istola, we're G-posing in here. Oh my god, this room is so dark! Why? Why is it so dark in here? Wait, let's not have this frame for once, Unique. The frame you literally always use. Oh! There, I did it. Hello. Discuss Nomenon. To think the set of instructions I laughingly imagined may actually exist yalms away where you found me napping. If I had known of Asdal's the Third's exploit sooner, I could have well saved myself days of research. Even a children's book might have pointed me in the right direction. To achieve the impossible, one needs to be flexible of mind and look beyond conventional wisdom. A lesson I had already learned, but clearly not taken to heart. Hello, throw me into the chunky cutscene. Throw me in. Archon, Istola, and guest identified. Do you wish to proceed into restricted archives? Follow me if you would. Watch your step and please note that the use of naked flames is discouraged. Wait, didn't Graha use candles in the thing in literally the opening movie? Ooh, fancy. This place is so fancy. This looks just like in the trailer, actually. This looks just like what Graha was looking at.
If House Damia's notes are to be found anywhere, it will be here. Let us begin.
Hello? So many books I've yet to read. Yes, yes. We are here for one specific volume. You needn't mind me. Today, in a world not of my own, I met the most beautiful void-born creature. She was so unlike her ravenous brethren, eyes blazing not with hunger but with trembling, like a candle's flame. I wonder if she is even the proper word. Such distinctions seem inconsequential, insignificant even. All that matters is love I feel for this exquisite, transcendent being. Though you're tempted to read more, this does not seem to be the volume you're seeking. I wonder who that was. It almost sounded like it was talking about Skaha. No smoking, no throwing books, and no yelling at Eureka in an obnoxiously loud voice. Oh, I don't have the Eureka emote, unfortunately. Hello? Is this possibly... The following pages detail an advanced method for manipulating rift spanning up apertures as devised by... Oh, how's Damir? I found the book, wow. You appear to have located the forbidden volume you seek. Your Stola will need to make the final confirmation. The FOA Happy Patch Day. Have something you'd like to show me, do you? My apologies. I flipped open but a single book and was completely absorbed by the contents. Well done, Salix. I think you may have found our prize. I love that we have the Gubal music playing in the background.
Yes, the ether signature is unmistakable. I've felt the traces of House Damia's resonance many times at the Great Work. Time to see what all the fuss was about.
I love taking screenshots of my wall. But I'm pretty sure everyone does.
Among the ranks of the Void Sent, there exist entities with the power to call forth their
Wait, this is
brethren
Automos.
the species known as Atomos,
Yeah, this is
however,
Automos.
is uniquely prodigious in this regard.
Yeah, he's the little comet guy in,
From
in
its
Crystal Tower.
distended maw, it can expel an endless procession of void-born creatures. A talent which sorely tested the Radiant Host in its battles against these abominations.
Yeah, it's supposed to have like an infinite dimension inside its mouth. I wonder if that's the 13th.
Surmising that the entity itself was acting as a void gate, we endeavored to capture a small specimen and subsequently examine its physiological structure. Our findings revealed that the Atomos had absorbed a planar fissure into its own flesh, which it could expand at will into a functioning gate. Upon further analysis, we identified an ethereal wave pattern emitted during this process. A pattern we were able to emulate by passing crystal-stored ether through a specially designed prism. We proceeded to embed said prism into an arcane simulacrum, thus completing what we have dubbed our artificial Atomos.
Artificial Atomos? Is that the portal? An artificial Atomos.
have been so blind to the possibilities. This species, not to mention its ability to summon void scent, has been discussed among academics for years now.
Automos?
Just before the advent of the 7th Umbral Calamity, we received reports of Atomos sightings from every corner of Eorzea. Surely you've at least heard the tales.
No, I only remember seeing Automos in freaking Crystal Tower and the Void Ark.
And still, House Daemir went and built a mock Atomos of their very own. I'm not surprised the Archons consigned their work to a restricted archive. It was no easy task, but at last we've unearthed the volume we've been searching for. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't tempted to stay longer. See what other forbidden titles might be lurking on these shelves? Ah, but that would be abusing the very special privilege we've been granted now, wouldn't it? Better not.
Better not. One day you'll come back. We know it. You know it. I know it. You'll be back here one day. Eorzea has been added to the Unending Codex. The 7th Umbral Calamity has been added to the Unending Codex. Where is the Unending Codex? Oh god, I'll worry about this later. I promise. I'll work on this later. I really promise. Where is the Codex? Is it in key items? No? Am I? Hello? Why am I having... Can I do slash codex? Slash codex. Slash unending codex. Where is that? Whatever, I don't know how to open this thing. Yeah, oh, I haven't been noticing. We've been getting entries this entire time. Is there anything worth reading? I feel like it's mostly stuff I'm pretty familiar with, but there might be extra stuff here about Crystal Tower. But I'm pretty caught up on the lore of what you're supposed to know here. As much as I would love to start crafting the Automos, I'm afraid this is far outside my field of expertise. Unfortunately, we know of a Hannish alchemist who would be delighted to involve herself in our House Daemir project. Our business here is concluded. For the moment, let us pass on our regards to the forum. Your message will be conveyed. Should you wish to indulge in more forbidden literature, I will be here per patron mode disabled, security mode engaged. If anyone can help us, Nidhana can. I say we return to Thavnair and look for her at the great work. I'm gonna teleport to the great work just to give Ark the teleport, and I'm gonna take a stretch break. I need to take a stretch break. I really need to, and I'm gonna grab a snack. I need to make sure I'm pacing myself. I've been sitting on this chair for a while. Not doing much else besides using the restroom. I'll be right back. Now that I did all that, let's actually do the cutscene. Where am I supposed to go? Oh! I say as I keep getting distracted. Oh, Unique, focus. Focus, Unique. You must be on it. Hello. All these sallow, sleep-deprived faces, and yet their eyes burn with fiery zeal. Some things never change. Hello. Istola tells me you are pursuing a most fascinating study, and that you want me to be a part of it. I have no doubt you will be interested. This research log to speak for itself. Will it now? By the sisters, this is the mark of House Daemir. I never even knew such a work existed. Few should. It was sequestered in Nomenon's archives. It was? But that means every word within is forbidden knowledge. A forbidden tome. Filled with forbidden research, and you might put it in my unsuspecting hand? I can hardly wait to read it. That's so funny. To think the Daimir were developing such marvelous techniques so long ago. How many innovations have been lost over the centuries, I wonder. Now that you've glanced over the notes, is there what say you helping us build a new mock Atomos? I say 1,000 yes, times yes, yes, yes. I work on a Daemir project that had even the redoubtable scholars of Charlian trembling in their sandals. No alchemist of the great work would resist. You are a woman after my own heart. Oh, I suppose I should ask, what do you mean to do with this big mouth simulacrum once we've built it? So, there's a secret void gate, and it's sealed in the ruins at the bottom of the bounty? Today is a day of revelations indeed. If the purpose of our man-made Atomos is to expand this hidden portal, I will then see to it myself, I think. Manipulating rift-spanning apertures is not the sort of thing you would attempt without first taking into account every single factor. But then all by means, accompanying us to the vault. I plan to lead us back there shortly, once we finish gathering the components I require. Oh my. Charlayan's markets provided the raw aquamarine and pure water crystals, but you might need help obtaining a small quantity of astrally infused water. For such liquid, you need to go no further than the font of Maya. The aesthetics for old once favored the place of the meditations, and the water which pools there is now known to enliven the flow of ether. That sounds perfect. If you would be so kind as to fill a flask at the pool, I will petition Vitra to join us. The idea I have in mind won't amount to much without its authority to command the Void Gate. So will you be about it then? We will meet back here anon. Oh, Ark, thank you so much. Allie is still gonna take a while. I feel like she's still gonna take a while, which is why I'm not. Like, she hasn't even been working on unlocking the raid itself, I think. So, we still got a while. I don't know. I'm kind of worried that by the time I finish MSQ, she still won't be close to unlocking the raid. That's my worry, anyway. I'll probably just go like unlock EX3 or go do other stuff that has popped up. Maybe I'll go unlock PvP in EX3 if I'm still waiting on Allie, you know. For now, I would like to peruse to the end of MSQ because I have a feeling I'm getting close. Maybe. Thank you, Ark. Oh, see? We're already turning in this quest. Oh, something tells me this next one is the last. I just have this feeling. This biting feeling. If there's a portrait, then we know that this is the last one. Wait, I should be having my pod. I need to swap my mounts. I keep pulling out the wrong mount. Where is it? Swap this with the pod. There. I did not suffer through this entire raid series and get the MGP for this to not have it out all the time. Whee! I just like flying around, you know? Look at him. Whee! Oh, Estinian's here. Hey. The boy Merad was glad to hear the news of the Foundation. It means a new life for him and his sister. Arkani Stola requested that I join you, but of her plans she offered scant detail. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, the Fonta Maya attracts aggressive wildlife, and you should watch out for them when you go there next time. My apologies. Well, I didn't run into anything. I looked okay. I didn't get attacked. Do you have that flask for me? Here you go. Yes, this should suffice. Thank you, Salix. Materia girl. I'm gonna get this level 9 materia just to give to... Nobody's using level 9 materia anymore. This is garbage. Absolute garbage. I'll mail this to Alice or something later. I don't want it. Level 9. I don't want any level 9 materia anymore. Arkani Stola requested that I join you, but of her plans she offered scant detail. Oh, I forgot to mention the Fonta Maya attracts a... Oh wait, you already said that. Is this it? Oh, this is it. This is the end, y'all. This has to be the last one. Void Theory. Istola is eager to depart to the vault. Look who I came across. Estinian seemed in need of diversion, and we, in turn, may have need of his lance. Right then, now that our little party is assembled, let us make our way to the ruins. Will we have need of Matsu's boat again? Not this time. Once Istola has informed me of our destination, I arranged for a vessel to be made ready at Akiali. Your Excellency is ever the gracious host. Shall we? Here we go. Da 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 da. Yes, I did not suffer to not have used this mount. I'm flying, gamers. I'm flying. This is such epic music for a dinky little pod. I wonder if they're gonna put the other pods on the market board. I would love to get the music of the final raid on a mount, but I don't know what they would use a mount for from the final raid. At least give us a pod 153 mount, Square Enix. There's the dungeon entrance. You need not keep your weapons close at hand. The guardians will not attack if I am present, so I pray you leave them be. On to the boat, if you please. We can chat on the way there. 'Tis likely not indeed needed with Varshanalan, but I held onto the map against the chance we might return to the ruins. Huh? All this time I thought the tales of Azdal's horde were no more than a drunken sailor's fancies. Ali is continuing MSQ. She still has to do the dungeon. Alright, let's go. The ship is yours to command. Our thanks, we sail at once. Oh, this is so exciting. Azdal's legacy, to see the truth of legend with my own eyes. All aboard for the treasure vault. They did not give me a several cutscenes warning, so... Unless they give it to me here. I thought we cleared this place of constructs the last time we came through. 'Twould seem a few stragglers remained. Oh. Poor Vitra. He really should have spoken with Estinian before we left. I shudder to think that we cost them in terms of construct materials. We laid waste to them ere could I struggle to muster a single word. Okie dokie. I have a feeling we're going into heavy cutscene mode for realsies. If people are worried for spoilers, please get the heck out of here for, like, I don't know, 20 minutes. Please. I really feel like we're about to see, because I did get told about Yoshi P said something about the end of the patch during an interview, and I'm worried now.
It may have been helpful to know this device existed, Your Excellency.
Would have been helpful?
My apologies. The gate was a secret I shared with none but my closest advisors. I feared for what might happen should those with ill intentions learn of its existence.
Oh, it's wait, is that
What is it you're doing now?
There's
something I wish to verify.
It reminds me of the crystals they used to hold the cardinals from Shadowbringers.
Into the void carries little risk of etheric imbalance. Should one suffer an injury, however, or if one's expedition drags on longer than intended, that risk becomes significantly greater. Graha theorized that a warding scale would confer protection from the void's corrupting influence. But I would prefer to test that hypothesis before we set foot in the 13th ourselves.
Then what do you propose to do to test this out?
So, this is an experiment of sorts.
Yes, an experiment. Tell me, how would you go about testing the efficacy of the warding scale?
A simulacrum? Say nothing and look meaningfully at Astidian. Oh my god.
What? Why are you looking at me like that? Surely you'd not expect me to wriggle through that tiny portal.
You know, you'll be fine.
We needn't attempt anything so drastic. A small familiar should serve well enough.
Is she gonna make a drippy or droppy or whatever? A Nixie? Wait, is that what she gathered all this stuff
a lowly
for?
imp can navigate a fissure, no matter how narrow. Which means an arcane entity of similar stature should be able to manage the same.
She's gonna summon a Nixie, right?
I hadn't wanted it to come to this, but no other familiars will do, I'm afraid.
Oh no, she loves the Nixies.
I mislike the sound of that. What manner of fiend does she mean to summon?
From ocean rise
Oh
and
no.
cloudbank form, from mountain spring and rainfall storm, from river flow and life be born.
She's gonna summon the Nixie. She looks like a magical girl doing this. Oh my gosh.
Water, water from the
Oh, what? Water. Oh no, she really did not want to do that, huh? I can't wait to make fun of her about that after this cutscene, if she's still around, that is.
Ready your arms. I fear she's been possessed.
No, no, she really didn't want to do this.
Now, that was adorable.
It was adorable. It's a Nixie! Oh no. She's so embarrassed, isn't she? I can't tell if she's embarrassed or if she's...
Though not my first choice. These familiars I conceived of as a child have the best chance of
Oh,
fitting
does
through
she
the gate.
care for them a lot? I think she really just cares for them. I think that's
I
it.
only wish my younger self had considered a more dignified
Oh,
ending to the
dignified
creation
ending.
ritual.
Oh.
In any case, These two should serve as well.
Woo-doo, wah-doo-doo,
This one
doo,
will bear a warding
wah-doo,
scale.
doo-doo. Wah, wah. Doo-doo-doo-boop-ba. Doo-doo-doo-boop-ba-boop-ba-boop-ba-boop.
And when they return from the 13th, we can observe how the talisman, or absence thereof, has affected the progress of the Void's corruption.
I'm worried that they're not going to make it out of
If I
there.
could impose upon you to open the gate. Your Excellency?
Yes.
I'm worried about what's going to happen when we open up this thing. Very
We
worried.
should also be wary of void scent slipping through while we conduct our experiment. Estinian, you are to keep Nidana safe from harm.
As you say.
You had best be on your guard as well.
Froth and foam. Are we making fun of her?
Oh, are you volunteering
Oh, no.
to join the Nixies? I could shrink you down.
Don't mess with Istola.
Let us begin, shall we?
Let us begin, shall we?
Nixies, into the void.
Oh no, they're gonna... Oh. I'm so worried for them that they're gonna come out like... I'm so worried. Cannot end well. Stand guard at the designated location. Oh, this is not the end. There was a portrait here. I thought this would be the end. Oh my god. All right, let's turn in this quest. So then that means the next one is the last one? I don't know when the end of this patch is. I'm just worried. I'm worried about what's gonna happen to these Nixies when they come back out. I'm worried we're gonna get ambushed also.
I think we've waited long enough. Nixies, return to my side.
Oh no, one of them's all messed up. Oh, Nixie!
Thank you, little one. You did well.
Is she gonna put it to rest? Can we close the gate now?
Poor thing. Its essence has been irrevocably warped.
Can we shut the door now, please? Like I said like 5 minutes ago.
We're out of time. I must reseal the void gate.
Please shut the door. Oh my god!
They're coming through!
In the name of Alzadal III, I bar this door unto the void.
Please shut the door, please! Oh god, don't open that thing ever again.
Well, that was a sharp lesson in the dangers of void gates.
I'm worried something got out. Can we... This poor Nixie's still messed up.
And what of our experiment? I'd say the results speak for themselves.
The unprotected Nixie has suffered extensive etheric corruption. As Nidana observed, it's well on its way to becoming a void scent.
Oh.
The one merged with the talisman, however, appears unaffected. I sense no changes to its equilibrium. Rest now, little ones.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Graha's theory was correct then.
So it would seem. But while our second familiar was untouched by void energies, the talisman itself shows signs of degradation.
Oh no, signs of degradation.
It was, of course, originally designed to shield the soul from primal tempering. It stands to reason that etheric corruption of a different sort would affect it differently. We may need to modify the warding scale's design to account for the 13th's uniquely unstable ether.
You've said much of the Void's instability, but my imagination fails me. What manner of place is this broken world?
Ah, my apologies. I forget that not all of us spend our days sequestered in dusty archives. The 13th is a reflection of the source that was drowned in a flood of darkness.
Yes, we went over this during Crystal Tower,
In Emmett Selk's
during
own words, this tragedy was a result of
the role
Ascians'
quest.
attempts to
Yes,
force
we've been
a
over
rejoining.
this.
They erred
But I
in
guess we're
their
catching up
haste
Justinian.
and made of that world a useless void.
A useless void.
You remember Una Kalhai,
Unu
the unusual child
Kalhai.
we met during our troubles
Kalhai.
with the Warring Triad. He explained the fate of the 13th thus. The champions of that ill-fated
I got a
world
screenshot of that.
used the stone known as Auracite to contain the power of primals. But those self-same heroes
I am
were
so
gradually
glad I sit
corrupted by
down and
the
do side
Auracite's
content.
bleeding
I am so
energies,
glad.
transforming into
Warring
things
Triad
with an
all of a
endless
sudden
hunger
has
for
just
ether.
become like,
By the time anyone thought to oppose them,
you need to do Warring
Light's
Triad
strength
is
had
what
grown too
I'm
feeble,
saying here. You
and
need
the
to.
balance of the 13th tipped into eternal darkness.
I have been live for 5
It was
hours, dear
Elizabeth, as I
God.
recall, who rescued Una Kalhai's spirit from his final battlefield.
Yes, we talked about this during
But I wonder if there were others whom the emissary saved from oblivion.
Sayela. Ardbert's companion, the elven swordswoman.
Silver,
Oh
the adventurer who traveled
my
with the Warriors of
God.
Light. And you say she was another of Elidibus's pawns?
Hey, so do the Shadowbringers
see.
role quests.
So Ciela, or rather Silver, was beguiled by the same dreams of heroism as Una Kalhai.
Oh my God.
And what of your own experience? Will you tell us of what you observed during Noah's expedition? I can picture it now. The sunless, Stygian expanse, infested with legions of ether-starved monstrosities. A void in every sense of the word.
What you have described in such lurid detail is exactly why I hesitate to encourage you.
Worry not, great Vritra. Our journey into the 13th is but the first leg of a longer voyage. A voyage that shall lead us to other reflections, to new mysteries and discoveries. and I mean to be there every step of the way. But first, I must focus on refining the warding talisman.
Yeah, we need to make sure the warding talisman actually works.
Then I can begin work on constructing an artificial Atomos. Or I could if I had the relevant manuals to hand. Might I be so bold as to request access to the Satrap's
Nidhana's like,
family
oh, I'll
archives?
be taking that forbidden archive now.
Your Excellency?
Huh?
Oh, yes. That can be arranged.
What is he thinking
I will
about?
speak to my officials upon our return.
Is he thinking about his sister?
We will see you back in the city then.
Are we gonna pick up another quest here? This feels like a really good time to just end a patch, you know? But he says she's waiting, so I assume we're not done. Yup, we're not done. Please. Seeing the Void's terrors firsthand was an experience, but I doubt fear of such creatures at the root of Reacher's hesitation. Please let this be the final one. A Satrap's duty is stole upon as the next stage of your preparations enter the Void. Once Nidhana succeeds in replicating the mock Atomos, this door into the 13th will be ours to open. Will you be crossing the threshold alongside us? I realize this is more than my endeavor than yours. To be honest, I have no interest in visiting the Void myself. We might discuss this later. There is something I must do first. Why does everyone insist on being so secretive? I at least had good reason for not wanting to explain my Nixie ritual. Shall we proceed with other preparations then? As we saw, the warding scale can be effective at protecting the bearer from other sources of etheric corruption. Nevertheless, the talisman's durability will need to be improved if it is to withstand the Void's influence for a prolonged length of time. And I think the problem that we can address without involving the brilliant but busy alchemist who created it. Who do we know who excels at this kind of a structural augmentation? The Garland Ironworks? What? An excellent suggestion. As I recall, Sid himself is no stranger to the Void. Oh, I guess it's true. He did Crystal Tower. With his experienced hand at the helm, I have every confidence that the Ironworks can strengthen the warding scale. Come, let us visit their operation in Vrogger's Reach and commission their best and brightest. Y'all, I'm still in MSQ Void, please. Perhaps this young man can locate Sid for us. Is Sid here? Salix, what brings you to the Ironworks? I would think it would be Mordona. We have a commission for you and your president, actually, assuming he's available. Master Sid. Certainly, I'll see if he has a moment free. Oh wait, turn off auto. Turn off auto. I'm sorry. Heading into the void to find a lost dragon. That sounds most pedestrian compared to your last adventure. Honestly, I don't know what you could say anything that would surprise me after Meteon and that bloody mess. Oh? Alright, let's take a look at this talisman of yours. You said there were signs of degradation? It seems some manner of corrosion has set in around a scratch on its surface. In which case, our best bet may be to simply prevent the scale from being damaged in the first place. How do we do that then? We have a coating agent for strengthening trinkets and the like, but I'd be wary of applying any compound which might upset the scale's delicate alchemical balance. We fair safer to dress it in armor. What armor? What kind of armor? What armor resists the void? We'll construct a protective casing, one utilizing metal alloys with high ethereal conductivity as to not impede the talisman's primary function. Suit of armor, as you said. Nero has compiled data on the 13th, so I'll have him pitch in with the design just to be sure. Oh, Nero's still around here. Are y'all married? They're married again. Okay. I swear I've never had such a reckless employee. In any case, we may need some time to untangle the particulars. Understandable. We know how busy your schedule is, and the final result will be doubtless worth the wait. Huh. The hard part will be ducking Jessie and her constant barrage of demands while we sneak about doing the fun stuff. We'll see what we can do. I think we can leave the rest in Sid's capable hands. Let's return to the great work and see how Nidhana is getting on with the mock Automos. Okie dokie. Do 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 do. Hello, Nidhana. Oh, I forgot to talk to Stola. Oh, whatever. She probably was like, "Oh, you're back," or some crap like that.
Hey, Stola. The adjustments are going well, I hope?
I hope. I hope so too, because if this goes wrong, I'm gonna cry.
'Tis a lengthy process, but the end is in sight, yes.
That's wonderful news. I myself had some good fortune searching through the Satrap's private records. What I found was a transaction log dated around the same period as when Alzadal's legacy was built. It included a purchase list of highly exclusive alchemical components. And I knew I'd discovered the key to making the artificial Atomos.
Really expensive alchemical components. Got it. That's how we summon Atomos.
I then visited the High Crucible to commission the materials. After I'd explained my requirements, I was beset by volunteers insisting I allow them to help with the
Everyone
entire
wants to take
project.
part in illegal activity. Well, actually not illegal, forbidden activity.
The usual reaction to someone forcing open a void gate is to run for the hills. Harnish academics certainly are a different breed.
They certainly are.
The alchemists of old were cut from a similar cloth. The unknown held no fear for them. Indeed, they were ever eager to seek new knowledge, regardless of the danger.
And were you not also fearless? Heedless even, in your determination?
My sire entered his dormancy before I was hatched,
Oh.
and so it was Ashdaya who kept my eggs safe and warm.
Aw.
It created a bond between us. Even long after I learned to fend for myself, I rarely strayed from her side. She was my guardian, my sister, my dear companion. And not a single day passes that I do not mourn her absence. No matter how deep the darkness, I would not surrender my search. I promised myself the time would come when we would once more take to the skies together. But I am Satrap now.
The Radiant Host is here to serve, Your Excellency.
Nabdeen, what is this about?
Celestinian told us of your predicament. For centuries you have protected Rads at Han, never showing your true self, hiding behind a curtain and living only in service to the people. Your dedication meant more to us than your deceit, and so did we accept you as our rightful ruler.
Aw.
After all that you have sacrificed for this nation, did you imagine we would begrudge you your heart's desire? We survived the final days. We are a strong and proud people.
I am grateful for your loyalty and for your encouragement. And yet,
Now you listen to me, Varshan. You are wearing that face, after all. As I have told you before, you are a little brother to us all.
Aw.
And if you are family, then so too is your sister.
Aw.
We are there for you if you need us. But do not ask us to sit by and watch while you abandon a sibling you have ached to rescue for millennia.
I know this cutscene's emotional, but I have a really dark thought sitting in my head about what's gonna happen at the end of this. But it's really nice to see everyone once again reconvene and assert that they really love their leader.
We will succeed in opening the way. It is only a matter of time. All you need do is prepare to step through to the other side.
I'm just... Something has to go wrong here, right? I'm so worried. Something tells me...
Your Excellency,
I'll talk about it later.
I wanted to thank you for building the orphanage. It means so much that my sister and I will have a place to be together, safe and happy. And I hope that you and your sister can be together again too.
Aw. Stinian and me looking at each other. Wait, please. To protect them well, you must take heart.
take heart and protect them well. Such were the words I once said to you.
Oh,
Here I stand,
I forgot
failing
about
to live up
that.
to
He
them.
did say take heart.
If my heart is torn, I am fit to protect neither Ajdaya nor Radzatan.
Yeah.
My people, I have come to a decision. Vashan will depart Thavnir for a time. My dragon self will remain in the palace, but only to conduct the Satrap's most essential duties.
Where are you going then?
While I am focused on controlling this vessel, there may be matters that escape my attention. I rely on you, my trusted friends, to watch over one another until I return.
Is he talking about going to the void?
Take care and fair fortune, little brother. Many tears would be shed should you come to harm.
I would not dare make you cry.
We'll have that Optimus built before you know it. When a project like this comes along, we'll give it our full undivided attention. Sleep? Pah, who needs it? Although it reminds me, I really should finish that other project I was working on for His Excellency. Oh, what were you working on? You don't suppose I'll be reprimanded, do you? I did just yell at the Satrap. It's okay. Hello, Estinian. Convincing others to follow their hearts is not my forte. I would have gladly let more philosophical comrades take the lead had they been here. Is Allie in the dungeon? Oh, she is. Okay, yeah, she should be on her way to unlocking the Alliance raid soon. More and more, I see my colleagues shifting their efforts to get back onto projects. Nice. Right, Estola? You surprise me, Estinian. For a lone wolf, you've shown an unusual degree of what we say involvement in helping Rita reach this conclusion. 'Twas for greater good, the worm's thundering sighs were keeping his citizens awake at night, and that travelers believing the place was wrecked by some unnatural storm. What of your own answer then? You seem disinclined to venture into the void. Even when I was one with Nidhogg, his vengeful thoughts were my thoughts. His endless rage were my rage, and the soul-chilling grief he nursed for Ratatasker's death. I would not wish such agony upon a foe, let alone a friend and ally. If there is chance we can spare Rita that pain, then I will follow you. Any former scions we should call on? I'd rather we not bother our comrades with aught less than a dire threat to the star. We four should be sufficient for our purpose. Now, on to specifics. Unlike the first, where the flood of light was halted before its devastation was complete, the 13th had been utterly subsumed by darkness. My plan as such is to explore the void in stages, withdrawing to safety after each brief foray. It would be more convenient if we had submitted our base camp nearer to the gate itself. One of the palace chambers should serve. Come, let us reconvene outside Megaduta. And we are off. Oh no, this still isn't the last quest! Ah! Oh my god! Please! I'm never gonna finish this patch! Never! Unless this would be a real convenient place to restart our efforts in. It would be, in my opinion, a really convenient place to restart our efforts. I don't think we've had anything like this since Heaven's Ward, where a quest starts outside the Rising Stones. Or did Shadowbringers do that? I can't remember. Conducting our expedition out of the Rising Stones would just raise as many questions as recruiting too many scions. At least here in Razadhan, we might be expected to appear road-weary from our local explorations. Oh, is this a rest stop then? I was put up in a guest room in the palace while I awaited audience with Vita. I expect we'll be given use of something familiar. Is this the end? Oh my god. And we will require suitable accommodations. Might we take something available for our guests? All the chambers are presently hosting the great mounds of treasure we carried out of the vault. Once the Foundation's activities begin in earnest, however, we can redistribute the trove and make room for 2 ready for habitation. Good. Please inform me when you completed the arrangements. Goodbye, totally not Meteor. As you heard, we will have you settled in Megaduta in due time. As ever, you are most gracious, Your Excellency. You risk yourselves to aid me in my search for Ajdaha. Providing comfortable quarters is the least I could do. I only wish we knew more about our destination. The gods only know how long our explorations might possibly take, or what chances of success might possibly be. Succeed or fail, I'm grateful for you for convincing me to make the attempt. On that note, I will return to the great work and lend what help I can to Nidhana. If you make preparations to make ere we venture to the 13th, now is the time! Okay. All I need is my armor and my lance. Oh my god, Estinian, you're such a... Perhaps I'll train with the Radiant Host to pass the time before we depart. You know as what this means to me, Salix, but my purpose need not to consume you as well. We are headed to another world. Find what joy you can in the experience, for you are a traveler, an adventurer at heart. This I know. Oh, another material never used. Am I done? Meanwhile, in the 13th, okay, major spoilers coming up. What do we got? This is the Void. Yeah. It suspiciously reminds me of the area of the Alliance raids, but dark. Is this freaking Xenos? Are you Xenos? You teased. You're such a tease, Xenos, I swear. This has to be Xenos. That's his enshroud form. Ew, are they gonna show us his face? Ugh. He's turned into a void scent.
And thus I am returned.
See you in 6.2. Oh, you are horrifying.
This world,
It's so funny that Yoshi P was so stubborn about freaking Xenos being dead. I guess he is dead, but like a void scent dead now. How did he to become a void scent though? Is the question. I guess we won't find out. Let paths unwalked, adventure spur, pulses quicken, spirits stir. I'm done! Great patch. Amazing MSQ. I was not worried about it at all. Some people were worried that this is gonna be boring as post ARR. People were so worried that this was gonna be boring like post to Realm Reborn and have no idea what the heck is going on. This is amazing. This is great. Great content. Great content. Yep, I'm done. What's my achievement? Newfound Adventure. What's my title? Newfound Adventurer! Ah! Okay, let me change my title then. I'm done. Unique is all done. Newfound Adventurer. Save.